Among the range of immersion blenders we put to the test, none matched the efficiency or quality of the Vitamix. Hi everyone, I'm Alan and welcome back to another video at Healthy Kitchen 101. We've been using the Vitamix Immersion Blender for over a year now and tested it on a variety of tests. Powered by an impressive 625 watts, it stands as one of the most powerful blenders on the market. It works swiftly, taking much of the physical strain out of the process. Now, let's dive into the performance test. Test number 1, hot soup puree. Pureeing hot soup wasn't challenging for the Vitamix thanks to its powerful motor and razor-sharp blades. Although it wasn't any faster than its counterparts in pureeing time, it warranted the higher cost by providing us with a puree of silky smooth texture. It also stood out from the rest with a non-suction performance that helped keep splashing to minimal. 9.5 out of 10. Test number 2, frozen fruit smoothie. The Vitamix took only 1 minute and 5 seconds to complete this test. By comparison, its counterparts such as the U-Talon 5-in-1 and the Hamilton Beach 2-speed required nearly double the time. Regarding the smoothie's texture, of all the blenders we've tested, only the Vitamix could churn out a thick, creamy smoothie with almost no solids left behind. 8.8 out of 10. Plus, despite being longer and heavier, it operated well in our 24-ounce blending jar, while the PPA-free plastic bell guard helped prevent scratches on the jar's surfaces. Test number 3, mayonnaise. In this test, most of the blenders produced acceptable outcomes, and only our culinary expert could tell the differences between them. The Vitamix didn't have the fastest performance, requiring about 1 minute and 40 seconds to incorporate all the ingredients. This was about 30 seconds slower than the winners. This is because when the mayonnaise emulsified and started to thicken, the blending wand generated a suction force, pulling itself against the container's bottom. That made movement more difficult and slowed the whole process down. We don't necessarily consider the time to be a deal breaker. Since the blender itself is quite heavy though, the longer the process takes, the more it will fatigue your hands. In conclusion, despite this drawback, the Vitamix is an acceptable alternative to a hand mixer for preparing mayonnaise or other emulsified sauces. 8.3 out of 10. Still, it is not the best hand blender for this job, and ideal results may require extra effort. Test number 4, almond milk. The Vitamix took just 40 seconds to yield 1 serving of drinkable almond milk, 9.3 out of 10. That said, from start to finish, its crushing process didn't go very well. The almond skins along with the peeled chunks became lodged in the blade guard. We had to stop the blender temporarily and use a spatula to dislodge the food, which we didn't have to do with other models, such as the Braun Multi-Quick 5. Not only that, because the Vitamix couldn't create a consistent vortex, everything got close to overflowing when we increased the speed. Suction was a problem again as well. As a result, we got some almond spatter when we tried to lift up the wand. Most of the splatter-related issues could probably be avoided though if we blended in a taller or larger jar. Test number 5, whipped egg whites. The Vitamix could be a great all-rounder blender if it included a whisk attachment. This is because in our test, there was no way the immersion blender could beat egg white with its ordinary blending shaft. Unlike a whisk attachment, the blending shaft can't force air into the egg whites, which is the way to create an even, bubbly foam. Consequently, the result was a cloudy liquid with two separate layers of bubble film and eggy water. We awarded it no points for this test. The overall score for our 5 performance test, 8.6 out of 10. Design. Mostly made of stainless steel, the blender is on the heavier side, but we believe it's less likely to be damaged or succumb to basic wear and tear over time. Compared with others, this blender is quite tall, allowing it to reach the bottom of deep pots more easily. The unique 4-prong blade has a permanent bell-shaped guard to efficiently reduce suction and protect interior surfaces of your cookware or blending containers. During our testing, we noticed that the blade friction from a prolonged operation would cause the motor to overload. That's why it's best to avoid using this blender continuously for more than 4 minutes. The Vitamix cannot protect itself from overheating, though it is designed to flash a pattern of LEDs to indicate when your motor is over temperature. We particularly like this blender's intuitive interface. You can get 5 different speeds out of it, but there are only 2 buttons on the front. You won't need much practice to operate them smoothly. We figured out how they work before reading the user manual. And as a visual aid, this blender also has an LED display on top, indicating the speed. The Vitamix is also different from others in terms of its acceleration. Its speed steps up gradually rather than the violent torques others create. That went a long way toward preventing messes and should also prolong the motor's lifespan. 9.1 out of 10 for design. Usability. Despite the relatively heavy weight, the Vitamix is comfortable to hold. We're really impressed with the Vitamix ergonomically designed handle. It's not just about modern looks. This handle is coated with a rubber layer to ensure a comfortable grip, which makes it practical for processing large batches of soup. The removable blending wand is not dishwasher safe, but hand cleaning is easy enough. The real problem was cleaning the blades, especially the back sides. And since the 4-prong blade assembly is razor sharp, we had to clean it with extreme caution. 8.2 out of 10 for usability. Verdict: the Vitamix 5-speed received positive reviews from most of our operators, particularly for its practicality and premium quality build. Overall, the Vitamix is by no means an all-rounder, but it does offer high blending performances and a suite of advanced features at a reasonably upscale price. Not to mention its 3-year warranty package, which is more than double what most other models offer. If you're willing to spare no expense, you won't go wrong with this blender. Final score, 8.6 out of 10. There you have it, the full review of the Vitamix Immersion Blender. If you're interested in the blender, there's an Amazon link in the description below. We couldn't include all the specs and every detail on the blender in a single video, so you can check them out on our website. If you enjoyed the video, please consider like and subscribe so that you won't miss our future uploads. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!